Hello everyone, it's Crafty Carol here from Northern Ireland. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and the project I'm bringing you today is a diamond fold card, which is great fun. We made it in my online Zoom live craft along yesterday, so you'll see it properly there. If you want to join us for the next one, which is the first Thursday in September, please do come and join us. I think it will be, might have to change that date, but anyway, sign up for my emails and you'll find out when it is. Completely free class. I give you all the measurements for things and then we make it together. So this is a card, I got the idea, this card we made at our last craft team meeting from the lovely Anne Scott, and yeah, it's I don't know, diamond fold card, I don't know, it's a fun fold card with a sort of diamond that sits floating on the front here, stands up beautifully. So I haven't got this set, so I can't make it exactly, but I am going to make it with some of the things I do have. So I've chosen peach pie to make it, and you need to start off with a card base, and that is 29.6 centimetres long, 10.5 centimetres wide, or in inches, 11 inches long, 4.25 inches wide, and we're going to score it, which I will go through in a minute because we'll do it. But let me tell you about the other pieces you need as well. You need a square of the same colour card, which is 7.4 centimetres, and I have forgotten to put I'll put the inches in the blog post. So if you go to the blog post, I'll get the inches. I can actually measure it on here, can't I? It's about 3 inches square, so it's rough 3 inches square, that. And then you need a piece of white, a square of white, which is 1/4 inch smaller, so that would be 2 3/4 inches, or in centimetres, this piece is 7 by 7 centimetres. Then we need a piece of basic white for the inside as well, and this is 8 centimetres by 9.7 centimetres, or quickly in inches, it would be 3 3/4 inches by about 3 1/4 inches. So I will get the inch measurements exact for when I put it in the blog, but I think those are basically right. Then we need 2 pieces of DSP. I've chosen some pieces from the Unbounded Beauty, Unbounded Beauty. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Hang on. Unbounded Beauty DSP. And we need 2 pieces of DSP. One is the 9.7 deep, and one is 8 centimetres across, and the other one is 5.5 centimetres across, or in inches, that is 3 3/4 inches, both of them by 3 1/4 inches, and the other one by 2 1/4 inches. So those are the inch measurements for you. I will write them in the blog as with the centimetre measurements, so you'll see when we get going. So the first thing we need to do is score the card base. So I'm going to start by scoring this at 14.8 inches, in centimetres, 14.8 centimetres, or 5 3/4 inches. That 5.5 inches it would be for the American size card, 5.5 inches, so 14.8 for centimetres. And then I'm going to score it again at 6 centimetres, or 2 1/4 inches. So those are the folds we need. And we're going to fold the card. So I'm going to fold it over first, make sure it's lined up so I know that I've got it exactly where I want it. So hold it down to be lined up, and then I can use my bone folder to bring that across. And then the second fold, we're going to fold back on itself like this. So again, make sure that it's lined up top and bottom so it's exact, and then we're going to bone fold that. Now, to cut the diamond, it was cut, I think the video that my friend got it from, a little bit difficult, was slightly odd, because it sort of got you to measure halfway down and do all sorts of stuff like that. I think the easy way is use your coloured card square as a template. So if I use this, I can get my pencil and I can actually draw lines like that. And then, having drawn the lines I need to cut, I can use my trimmer to cut it down. And then there's no fussy measurements. No fussy measurements at all, so do that. I will check the size for I've just given you for the square because it won't be exactly the same. I will put it in the blog in inches. And I'll have it ready for tomorrow in inches if you want to join me on my live craft along. So all I'm doing now is lining up my pencil lines with my cutting, my cutting channel, and then I can cut off the two bits that I don't need there, and that leaves me with my pointy centre there. So that to me is the easy way to do it. You could measure halfway down and cut and try and do that, but personally I think it's a lot easier to do it that way. So I'm now going to stick on my various bits. Now I haven't actually stamped, this is the inside piece for my white. I haven't actually stamped that. I might stamp it later, but for quickness to show you how to make the card, I'm just going to stick it in now. So the white bit goes here, and this is so you can write the greeting on. Or stamp a greeting or whatever you want to do. It gives you space to do whatever you want to do. So I'll probably pop a little sentiment on there later, and possibly a little decoration there, though I don't think this card needs too much decoration inside because it's got the DSP and everything. I could have used Petunia Pop and used this side of the DSP, but hey, I've used Peach Pie. That's just for today. It's a lovely DSP, this, isn't it? I love these DSPs. Right, so I'm going to pop that on there. So that piece goes there with my white piece, and you'll see that the fold, so I've got that so that it's not quite even that side, but it's close enough. And then the other piece of DSP, take time over this and get it perhaps a little bit more exact than I'm getting it. The other piece of DSP will go on this side here. So again, making sure that the space all around it is the same. We'll stick that on there. Then to put this bit together, we're going to stick this diamond onto this piece here. Now obviously you've got to be careful of putting glue on here, so the easy way, put the glue on this piece. So we're going to pop the glue just around there, along here and up there. There we go. And then I'm definitely using Tombow for this because I might need a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm putting the point in, and then the top and bottom should meet exactly, which if I can get it straight, they will, there. Press that down to make sure it's stuck. And that is our mechanism. So you can see you've got the same colour here. This is my floating diamond bit. And then I'm going to stick my other white diamond on the front of that. And then you need to decorate it, and I've chosen to make this a little birthday card. I've got somebody that I can think for, that I want it for. So you also want some scrap pieces to do the stamping and colouring on. Now I've already prepared this because I didn't want you to waste time showing you. So I've used the Hearts, no I haven't used Hearts and Hugs. What have I used? Fluffiest Friends. That's the cat from Fluffiest Friends. Let me show you that cat there. There's no, I was going to use Hearts and Hugs, but I use this instead. There aren't any sentiments with this, so I did need to use the sentiment from Hearts and Hugs. So I've used Sending Birthday Hugs because I want this to be a birthday card. So I've already stamped that on a little scrap of white, and I've used one of the stylish shape dies to just cut out a piece of peach pie that I'm going to use to mount this sentiment on. I've just trimmed this with scissors. It isn't absolutely exact, but it will do. So I'm going to stick that in the middle of here, hopefully in the middle. Just use the wonderful wiggle room of Tombow. There we go. So there's my sentiment, and then it just remains for me to put these on the card, and I'm going to use dimensionals for that because obviously I want this to really show up on here. So put a few on the cat and a couple on. Now I need to make sure it's just near the middle because this will stick out either side of my diamond. So I'm just putting my dimensionals on the middle of that. And then we can stick these on the card. I'm going to have my cat, I think, there, and then my sentiment strip across the bottom here. See what I mean about sticking it out over the side? So if I'd put my dimensionals right at the edge, they'd have stuck out over my triangle. So there is my card basically put together. And the only thing I'm going to add is some of these enamel effects. So the gold enamel effects, I think matches peach pie beautifully. So we're just going to have a few little dots dotted about. This, oh, there you go. I'll have to have one there now, won't I? I'll have a little one there, a big one there, and a little one here, and another one there, and a few in the corners, just because I love this stuff. So you can see I'm just plopping it down, and then the key is leave it to dry, because if you try and touch it for about 24 hours, it won't work. Oops, I'm getting a little bit carried away here. Now I've got, because I was leaving it and talking to you, I managed to get a little bit too much here, but I just want to use my pokey tool to remove the bit I don't want there. That one's not quite got circular either, so we'll push that up. So it is possible to just manoeuvre with these a little bit if you need. Where was the other one where I had a bit down here? So I just find my pokey tool's good for just getting rid of these little bits you don't want. I'm just rolling them off on my fingers, which is probably not the best thing to do, but there we go. I just wanted to use those. So there's the card. I'm not going to hold it up again because I don't want the dots to go any further. I might redo those dots a little bit. If you aren't happy with them, you can sort of take them off and redo them. So I might just add a little bit to some of those before I finish today. But that is my folding diamond card, or my diamond fold card, whichever way you want to use it. And I hope you enjoyed seeing how to make it, and I hope you have a go at it. Thank you for joining me today. Do go to the website craftycarolscards.co.uk for the instructions and the measurements, which I will make sure the inch measurements are correct by the time we get there. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.